This is all a meme, bro. Hello everybody, this is Sunday Jamz with Joe, Shak and Sam, except there is no Sam because he opted out, so it's just Joe and Shak today, and we are doing a review of Lil Yachty's new album, first ever full-length proper studio commercial album, Teenage Emotions. So, let's jam. So Lil Yachty is a trap rapper, or more pejoratively, mumble rapper, and what that really amounts to is this kind of new wave of trap where they kind of don't put much definition into the words, and it's a very specific kind of flow and delivery that kind of combines with trap to make this new wave, you know, your Yachties, your Uzis, your 21, your Futures, you know the bunch, you know the lot. He released Little Boat the mixtape in 2016, so last year, and that was a very divisive, very polarizing album, but I liked it, and Joe liked it.
I did.
And, you know, I was looking forward to his new album, his first album, you know, based off Little Boat the mixtape. I haven't been too keen on the things he was releasing between Little Boat and now on the whole, like the songs.
Some songs too.
Yeah, from what I've heard of it, I'm not that keen on it. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but the songs I've heard.
Good as Little Boat.
Yeah, and similarly, the lead-up songs to this, I wasn't that keen on. Peekaboo, I wasn't that keen on. Harley, and Bring It Back, I was kind of keen on because of kind of just this stupid charm that it had. You can see our Bring It Back review, though. We did a track review of that, so check that out. And now we come to the album. So, how do you feel about the album, Joe? How do you feel about the way it begins? So, like a star.
Yeah,
because he's obviously go on.
I like the parallel it has to Lil Boat with the whole introduction of the characters and everything at the beginning.
Right.
With Darnell Boat opening up the story.
Yeah, I agree. Like I thought I was happy to hear that. It was kind of like it gave me hope in the first track because I was like, you know, I want this to be kind of conceptual in the same way that the other one was. I didn't want this to just be like a random mess of songs. And so I was happy to hear that, you know, this kind of canonical, you know, crossover between the two albums, you know, and like, you know, I appreciated that decision. I almost feel like the distinction between the Little Boat and Lil Yachty characters is even more pronounced on this album because a lot of songs feel very, you know, quote unquote Little Boat, and a lot of songs feel very, like, especially the first half of the album, there's a lot of like hard rapping songs like DN Freestyle and Peekaboo and Dirty Mouth. Yeah, so I feel like it kind of starts with Boat and then it moves on to Yachty, and I feel like that was even more pronounced than in Little Boat. So that's
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as like they're actually split into two tracks now. Like instead of them two being introduced on the same track, it cuts from like a start to the end freestyle.
Yeah. I also like the mama that he talks about his mom in the first song. He talks about his mom in the last song. So I like just as a little thing how that kind of ties together. It comes around like full circle in a sense. But I have to say, in terms of Like a Star, for me it felt like a disingenuous opener because I feel like it was easily one of the better tracks on the album. And as I got into the album, it was not like
the same quality.
It was not of the same quality at all. No, like I really didn't like DN Freestyle.
Same.
He doesn't have the lyrical capacity to try and make it the focal point of the song. I think is a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
And like he also just doesn't have the voice for this, for like the hard stuff. Like
the aggression is definitely not where he shines.
Yeah, I feel. Go on.
And that happens again and again.
Yeah,
all the way through it.
For sure.
Like,
like we said before, Dirty Mouth as well.
Although Dirty Mouth, I think, is one of the better moments where he's being aggressive.
Really?
Compared to like DM Freestyle and X-Men and shit like that.
Some of the lyrics on Dirty Mouth though, like, were indefensible. She sucked dick like a baby bottle.
That's amazing.
That is a terrible part.
I've got that written.
and I swear he talks about having sex with sisters like 3 times on this album. The first one is here. I know your little sister wanna freak me, and that's fair enough because he's not talking about his own sister. And then the second time he says, in Priorities, he says, "She my stepsister, so I guess that's incest." And I'm like, okay. And then when he talks about his god sister or something that he wants to have sex with, I can't remember where that is, but
I'm not sure.
I feel like he's just plowing through the sisters in this album.
It's that weird teenage shit.
It's very strange. Oh, here's another line I hate from Dirty Mouth. "I brought a brand new chain. That shit dance like NSYNC just in." Oh my god.
I saw your Rolex, brother. That bullshit started rusting.
I don't know, man. I feel like I can't get on board with these rapping songs because he just doesn't. He just don't got it. Like
No.
I didn't really like Dirty Mouth, to be honest myself. What is it that you liked more about it than say DN Freestyle?
I don't know. I kind of liked how it was still kind of immature, even though he's being kind of braggadocious and aggressive. Like he doesn't. It's not all just like full on angry trying to look.
See, but the thing about this is he has this lyric in Dirty Mouth which really kind of irked me throughout the whole 3 listens of this album, and he says like that whole, "I was trying to be the nice guy until these niggas thought I was hoeing, these niggas thought I was pussy, I had to show them I'm about it." And I feel like I just don't know what he's on about. Like is he trying to say that he's like a gangster or something, and like he was just being the nice guy as a front, but they thought he was hoeing, so now he has to show him he's quote unquote about it? I feel like, especially in the little boat parts, I feel like he's trying to be just something that he's not, always trying to give off an impression, and it feels kind of disingenuous. And then I know the excuses. Well, this is Little Boat, this is the bad boy persona, and this is all a meme, bro. But like in the end of the day, like, come on, like. He still wrote that down. He still wrote those lyrics down and rapped those lyrics, and they mean something. I was trying to be the nice guy until these niggas thought I was hoeing. That's real Yachty. That's not just like his character. Like he's clearly, I think there's clearly like real context behind those lines, and it just confuses me really.
I wish I could talk to him and ask him what he actually. I bet he doesn't even really have anything behind it.
Yeah.
So maybe it is a little bit disingenuous.
I don't know.
A little bit of a front.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he has something to prove on this album. It feels like he's really trying to prove something. It almost feels like some kind of artistic insecurity because he was, to be fair to him, in 2016 he was probably the most gunned for artist in like rap music, full stop. Like he was like the poster boy for everything all these kind of old heads hate about modern rap. Like he was the center of the memes and everything.
Face of new hip hop.
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like he's come with all this kind of artistic like things to prove, and I feel like it's all just kind of fallen short, especially.
Maybe the pressure's just kind of got to him, and he's trying to be something he isn't.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And maybe it's not his fault. Like I thought the Diplo feature, even though I kind of like the song and it's got some really catchy parts to it, I don't know if it's really his style. Like, because it's like such like it's such like an expensive feature. Like, it's such like a giant mainstream thing.
Yeah. I know what you mean, it's not his style, it's a bit...
It just seems too charty, too mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not what you think of when you think of Yachty.
And I have to say, I definitely I'm not a fan of Forever Young, and I think the chorus is like so bad. Like I can't take the chorus. Like I hate it so much.
I kind of like it.
Oh no! Like it sounds like a joke. Like him trying to like sing this chorus, it just feels it feels like it's falling so flat, and like I feel like he must be aware. I don't know. I really hate. I feel like he's straining in a sense. He's almost straining too much in this song and in the chorus.
Maybe a little bit. It's definitely a big note he goes for.
Right. Yeah.
The together forever bit.
Right. Yeah.
Like he really goes for it. And
yeah.
I guess the auto carries him a little bit, but there's only so much it can do.
Exactly. Yeah. And
I still kind of like it as like a. I don't know. It's just a very sunny sounding song, even though it is kind of. I think out of character,
right?
For him to be on a Diplo instrumental,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I definitely agree. It's a bit out of character, and I feel like a lot of this album was, you know, in terms of the Little Boat, the mixtape, in terms of the sonic aesthetic character of that album, I feel like a lot of this isn't really fitting into that character. Like, there's a few songs, like I think Harley captures it.
Yeah, I've got written down that Harley's definitely reminiscent of some of the better moments from his earlier stuff.
I feel like Priorities is kind of like
it's just like such a dumb song.
It is a dumb song, but it's actually one of the ones that, like, I'm not sure if I'd call it a highlight, but it's one of my more favourable ones, just because it's silly, I guess.
Yeah, like
the lyrics are kind of trash, but
it's definitely something I can imagine, like American teenagers like chanting and like some kind of weird teen anthem thing.
Yeah,
because it's just so immature. Like, fuck school and fuck the rules. It's just so dumb. But
yeah,
but I guess that's kind of what he's shooting for.
Mm-hmm. Coming back to what you're saying about Diplo and the chartiness, I felt the exact same way about Running with a Ghost. I felt like that was really trying to go for the chart feel, especially with the feature for the chorus, the Grace feature. Like, it's a very trendy sounding female vocalist.
It is.
I also find the melody here really annoying, like the looping melody in the beat, and I feel like this is kind of minimalism done wrong almost, in the sense, because I feel like what it's done is it's stripped it back to kind of the bare bones trappy sound, but it just has this one little melody, and when you do that, the melody has to be really nice and like very memorable and catchy, and in this one it's just a bit irritating, really. So I didn't really like the beat here either.
I don't hate the song, but I don't think Yachty's that good on this song either. I don't really think he adds anything to it, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's her, like, with the kind of chorus refrain bit.
Yeah.
And then his verses are just kind of, just a bit dead.
Yeah. I feel like the features are, like, the best parts about a lot of this album. Like, I still like Migos on Peekaboo.
Peekaboo, yeah.
Especially, as well, I didn't clock this on the single release, but the third verse, Quavo's verse, he does these really nice, like, melodic ad-libs, like singing ad-libs, that kind of are in the background.
I think I know what you mean. I'd have to re-listen to it, but I think I know the bits you mean.
I actually think this song would have, if Yachty wasn't on it, or even if Yachty was on it, to be honest, this song could have fit on Culture, their album that came out this year as well.
Yeah, I actually kind of like Peekaboo. It's grown on me a lot.
I feel, in the context of the album, it's a bit better than when it was a single, but that's not necessarily a good thing, because I just think, for me personally, like, there wasn't much competition on this album for Peekaboo to not be one of the better songs. And the third poppy moment of this, which I could also see being a single, maybe, is Better. How did you feel about Better?
I thought it was I wasn't expecting it, and I kind of liked it.
Mm.
The actual, this like reggae-ass Caribbean tropical beat.
Uh-huh.
And I like the feature on this song a lot as well.
Yeah, I like the feature again. I really like a lot of the features here. On first listen, I really, really hated it. Like, it tilted me off the map. But like, every time I listen to it, it kind of grew on me, and I wouldn't say it's a highlight now, but I'd say it's like a mid-light.
Yeah.
I still don't approve of how, like, I don't know, like, the way he's kind of watered down the kind of reggae sound just sounds too, like it's lost the original energy in a sense.
I guess, but I also think that the whole tropical Caribbean kind of dancehall-y beat does go quite well with the whole Yachty, like, childish aesthetic.
Yeah. Like, I can see it. Like, I can see it. I can see how it could work.
I think it's kind of a pretty good match.
Yeah. But the chorus really irritates me, to be honest. The lyrics are kind of charming. That everything in life could always be better. You know, I like the message.
I like the chorus. It's kind of catchy.
It is catchy, but it's catchy for me in a kind of like, and like when a song is on the radio and you can't get it out of my head catchy. Like, it's like,
yeah,
it's not catchy in a good way for me. It's catchy in a kind of,
okay,
he kind of just drilled it into my head kind of way. That's what it felt like. But I do like the lyrics. I like the sentiment behind the song, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like the positivity. I feel like the album might have needed more of that kind of positive vibe.
Yeah. I wish there was more songs like this and a little bit less filler.
Right, yeah.
Because it's so long, this album.
It's crazy long, yeah.
It's like 70, 80 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Like 21 songs. Like, there are a few songs on here that they just seemed like they just didn't need to. They didn't do anything, and they were just like, they were just chucked on because
what were your,
here's another bit.
What would you say are your biggest filler tracks in that sense?
There's All You Had to Say and Moments in Time.
I like the way All You Had to Say kind of begins. It begins with a nice kind of intro where he's doing his kind of quirky singing, but it gets so bland from like when it actually starts, like after the intro. It just feels really unoriginal. The piano, like it gets really piano-y at the end, and confusing. Like,
not much happens. It's
yeah,
just a bit dead.
And then there's this kind of like gimmicky beat switch at the end, which I guess is supposed to be like
just something to keep your attention.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be kind of artistic, but it's not really, you know. And also, again, stop taking yourself so seriously, man. Like, the song, like, it feels like it's just taking itself so seriously, and I kind of feel like the reason why a lot of people liked Little Boat the mixtape was because people kind of thought he was memeing a bit, in a sense. Like people kind of listen to it as tongue-in-cheek, in a sense, you know, like, yeah. I don't think people thought he was, like legit, like, 100% that character that he painted. But now he's taking himself so seriously, it's like, that tongue-in-cheek charm has, like, disappeared, like, in bar, like, a couple songs on this album, like,
yeah, the
tongue-in-cheek, which was what, you know, drew me to kind of Little Boat. I don't really feel as much anymore.
Definitely, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah, and Moments in Time was your other filler.
It's just like, I kind of like the intimate, bare instrumental, but I feel like a few songs do that. Mm-hmm. Like, there's this kind of teenage that is just discussing this teenage intimacy, and like, it doesn't really go much further than that. Really, it's just like there's a few bars about being a teenager and having some intimacy with a lady.
Yeah. And, you know, it's supposed to feel sensitive and affectionate and, like, passionate. But it just sounds like a joke because I don't know, maybe just because of his voice or just because I can't take him seriously. Like, I struggle so much to try and buy into this new image that he's trying to paint, and it's just like, I can't buy into it, you know?
Certain songs, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whereas, like, you carry on.
I was just going to say, when I think about the One Night video, which is kind of what made him big, and you just think about that video, and you just think, like, this guy, he's just having fun, he's not taking it seriously.
That should be what it's about.
Yeah.
It's just purely just, like, not caring.
Mm-hmm. Go on, what are you going to say?
But when it comes to intimate moments,
right,
there is one on here that absolutely just shines, and I think is, like, the fucking catchiest thing on the whole album.
Okay. What is that?
Lady in Yellow.
Lady in Yellow is my highlight.
It is a fucking
Lady in Yellow is my highlight.
Dude,
yeah,
man.
it's my number one song. I really like the beat. There's lots of like weird vocal auto-tune manipulations and stuff. And there's like there's a bubbliness to the beat. There's these kind of like pan-esque keys as well going on. But yeah, like you say, it's so organically catchy. Because it's a great melody. It's not just like, say, Better, where I feel like he's just spamming this dumb shit in my ears to make me remember it. Like, this feels like it's catchy because it's a really well-written melody that he's got going on, I feel.
It's such a good vocal melody, man.
So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Lady in Yellow is my highlight.
It's got, kind of going along with Bring It Back, it's got some 80s vibes to it as well, with the vocoder intro.
Okay.
You know, like those robotic vocals. And there's like these 80s ass sounding like synthetic drums as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Before it kicks into the like the trappy kind of beat.
Right.
It's got like these like 80s ass toms.
Okay. That's interesting. I didn't pick all of that, but
yeah, and in the chorus as well, like the instrumental is almost like synthwavey. Like it's got like these muffled.
I love that.
Like,
that I know the
cinematic synths.
Yeah, I really love those synths in the chorus.
It's like this song was like made for me when it comes to that track. It's like sick, and then it starts reversing and stuff at the end. Like starts getting all trippy. It's just such a highlight on this album. Yeah,
for me, it's definitely a highlight. Coming back to what you said, just because you mentioned Bring It Back, I don't know how you feel. I'm not going to get into the song because we've already done a review. But I felt like it made absolutely... Like, I still think it's a highlight, but it made, like, absolutely no sense in context. Like, I felt like there was... Like, maybe Lady in Yellow, now you've said that, but still, I feel like there's nothing on this album that's anything like Bring It Back. So it just felt like it's just random. Like, it felt like a random idea in context with the album. Like,
I would have liked Bring It Back to come just before Lady in Yellow, like those two tracks together.
Okay. And then you'd have a whole group of it'd go Better, Forever Young, Bring It Back, Lady in Yellow. So that would be quite a natural run of songs, I suppose.
Yeah, but instead it's sandwiched between X-Men and Running with a Ghost.
Yeah,
which I think is a little bit...
X-Men is so trash, man. Oh my god, it's so
the lyrics, man. The lyrics are... Like,
you stinky and dirty like farts, man. You stinky and dirty like farts.
Like, I know you're supposed to be all goofy and shit, but like...
That's beyond. No, that's like... That's
like cringy.
Yeah. You stinky and dirty like farts is beyond bad. It's not even funny. It's offensive to anyone who's ever written lyrics. And it pisses me off that it's got fuck all to do with X-Men beyond one shit little metaphor. But that's kind of what you expect in trap. They all like F cancer with Young Thug. Like it's just like they expect. But yeah, big fat low light for me.
I don't like the feature on this song either.
Nah.
Evander Grin. He sounds like he just wants to be Uzi. Like,
okay.
He does. It's like he's doing an Uzi impression.
Yeah. I don't know about you, because I know you know this song, but I felt like the beat was like a shit version of the Run the Jewels beat. The title track of their... Like, I don't know, listen to it again, but there's something about it that feels like that, but just like a really bad version of that.
I know what you mean. It's... Listening to it now, it's got that same kind of
really low,
similar kind of bassy melody.
Yeah. Like the low bassy melodies, like the main point of the beat, a bit like that. But yeah, like so much of this album, the beats just so disappoint me because they're so just generic, basic trap, and they're so unoriginal, and they have nothing to do with like the Yachty that I have in my head. They're just like trap beat generator. Like I feel like there's such little character in the instrumentals here, where it was like the absolute opposite on Little Boat the mixtape, which really annoyed me. Okay, one thing I needed to say as well. No More is literally a Drake ripoff song. It sounds exactly like a Drake song. It's terrible. And also, he has this like really annoying fuzzy effect all over his vocals.
Yeah, it's kind of like noise behind it.
Yeah, it sounds like bad feedback in a microphone or something. I don't know, and it just like, I guess it's trying to mask the fact that he's like a really bad singer and can't really carry this song. He's like an even worse singer than Drake, and he's trying to do Drake, and it's just like, nah, man, I hate no more.
I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't hate it, but it's not like a highlight or anything.
And then after that, the album closes out with Made of Glass, which
I like Made of Glass.
I'd say it's pushing towards a highlight. Again though, the lyrics are trash. When he says, "When you leave, it feels like I'll never see you never," that tilted me. I don't care if it's supposed to be charming. Never see you never is a fucking stupid thing to write down on a piece of paper. Like, I can't give it the irony pass. Like, I want to be like, oh, it's ironically good. Like, I can't bless him that. I hate the lyrics. I hate the whole the best time we'd spent together.
Vibes, man.
And oh my god, the central metaphor is so cheesy. It's so, am I made out of glass? You don't even see me here. Like, come on. That sounds like a Britney Spears metaphor or something. Like, I don't know. I do like the melodies though. I do like the melodies behind the lyrics.
I just like going for this more emotional kind of dramatic. The softer side of Yachty is definitely one I appreciate more.
Okay, I get that. But again, this is soft and like super trying to be serious, and
it's not amazing, no.
I can't take it seriously when he says, "Am I made out of glass? You don't even see me here." Like, come on, man. Like a 10-year-old could write a better metaphor than that. I don't know, man. But then it ends with Mama, and Mama is kind of a highlight for me. Kind of, like, maybe almost a highlight. His rapping is a bit bland, but I think Sonye's feature is fire on this.
She's good, yeah.
And I just like people who do tributes to their moms. You know, it's just nice. It's a nice idea.
She sounds almost kind of like Beyonce or something. Like, she sounds really kind of powerful and almost gospel-y with like the backing vocals.
Right, yeah, I can see how it could be the same school of kind of vocal training type thing. I can see that, yeah. A lot of these like black American singers come from the church, you know, just because of the communities, so it wouldn't be unlikely. But yeah, I'm not sure about how I feel about the beat. I feel like it's kind of bland. And I feel like his rapping on it is a bit bland too. But it's kind of maybe a highlight. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like overall, like, I don't like this album. like I really don't like this album. I feel like it's way too long, as you said.
It definitely is too long.
The Little Boat bits are just all, for me, all trash. Like, there's no Little Boat, in quotation marks, bit that I thought was good, I don't think. Except maybe Peekaboo, but that's not because of him, that's because of Migos.
He did like a baby bop.
And then the Yachty bits, I don't know, some of it's trying to be too serious, and it's like, I can't take it seriously. Other bits are like, they just feel like not, like, songs like Harley, like, yeah, okay, I feel like it gets the same vibe as Little Boat, but it still doesn't feel as good. Like, there's even a bit in Harley, you know, when he says like a Harley, and he kind of sings it in the exact same way he does, like, you know, in Never Switch Up, where he's like, I don't really care, even give a fuck what they thought about me, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same melody that he sings the bridge in Harley, you know, and it's just like, but the lyrics aren't as good, they aren't as characteristic. It's just like, I ride her like a Harley or something. I don't know.
Not as interesting as a song, yeah.
Right, yeah, and you know, I don't know. It's okay. Again, it's become better when I listen to the whole album, because I really didn't like the album. But
we haven't talked about Say My Name.
Say My Name. Hold on. Let me just.
Blow. I like Say My Name.
Oh, fuck's sake, what's that? Say My Name. Right, this is when it really hit me. Say My Name was when it really hit me that he's trying to test out different like cadences and like voices. Like there's like a voice he's doing here, and it feels like it's not any of his normal types of voices.
Is it that like high pitched one he goes for towards the end?
Not just that, like the way he in the verses as well, the way he delivers the verses, it just feels a bit strange, like he's trying a new voice style or something. But
I think I know what you mean, yeah. I've got written down, like, I enjoy how he's kind of switching up his delivery a decent amount. Which is something I definitely appreciate, even if the subjects of the songs aren't that interesting and amongst other problems.
In one sense, I appreciate it. I respect it. I respect what he wants to do, and I respect that, like, you know, he doesn't want to... You know, I respect it when, like, an artist like him, they don't just want to make like Little Boat the Mixtape 2. Like, fair enough, you know, like you don't have to just pander to people who loved your first work. But to say that I like it would, I don't know, just be I couldn't honestly say that I like it. Like, I found the chorus of Say My Name very irritating and very like low effort. No, I want you to say my name, say my name, say my name. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just irritated and kind of droned on me. Again, the beat just isn't. It's just not. There's no character in the beat. I felt. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of this one either, to be honest. He also rhymes cloud with fail, which kind of pissed me off. And also he says, and just when they thought about giving up, I got slapped in the face with a blessing slap like pow. That just made me laugh like pow. But yeah, I don't know. What is it you liked about this song then?
It kind of feels like a little bit less serious, like
right,
compared to the other songs. Like, it feels a little bit more like relaxed and maybe party-ish, like his first release.
I get that. I think yeah, I get that. I definitely get that.
Like, I could see this having like a funny video, kind of like maybe kind of like One Night, but like it's nowhere near One Night. No. One Night is such a ridiculous song.
I do really like One Night, and one thing I love about One Night that feels missing pretty much entirely here, it's that kind of shy, low, drony delivery in the verses. You know what I mean? In One Night, I really liked that. I felt like that was a really like him thing, you know, in a sense. And I feel like he's trying to. He's trying. I feel like he's trying to project confidence, and in doing that, he's losing that character, that side of him, which was the side I really liked the most in the humble, the shy Yachty. You know, and like I say, if he wants to do that, fair enough, do it. And, you know, like he says, you know, he doesn't care about the critics, he doesn't care about what I think. You know, he's just doing it for his fans, and, you know, he's just doing what he wants to do, whatever. I personally think that there's a bit of artistic insecurity here, but if he doesn't want to admit that, you know, whatever. But
calling him out.
Sorry, but I feel like it just feels like, to me, there's moments when you're trying to be something you're not, but whatever, you know, like if
I feel like this whole album was kind of doomed from the actual conception of the concept, you know, just trying to just go over teenage emotions almost exclusively as the theme.
Yeah,
like it kind of just
dooms you to
saps the variety from it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I get he's go on.
I know, yeah, you're gonna say you get he's like a teenager, and that's...
Yeah, and it's kind of silly as well, because it's like, come on, like what else have you ever talked about other than teenage emotions, in a sense, if you know what I mean, you know?
Yeah.
He talks about being famous, and he talks about shit that teenagers talk about, like, you know, sex, basically, is the main thing, and relationships, sex and relationships, and other than that, being famous, and they're basically his only two lyrical themes.
And not switching up.
Yeah.
Even though he kind of switched up.
He did a bit. and that's why I like Better, because I feel like the lyrical content in that has kind of switched a bit to something else. I don't know, it's kind of cool. But but I don't like Better, but you know what I mean. I like the lyrics in Better. Highlights: Lady in Yellow, Like a Star, Bring It Back. They're my 3 highlights. Lady in Yellow, Like a Star, and Bring It Back. For me, those are my highlights. Low Lights, DN Freestyle, Dirty Mouth, All Around Me, Forever Young, No More, FYI, X-Men. I'd say they're my low lights. I won't just list off the entire album because I feel like that's harsh, and there are definitely mid-lights. There are definitely ones that don't like utterly offend me.
No, yeah, definitely. Highlights, maybe Peekaboo.
Okay.
It's grown on me a lot, and I appreciate Migos. Maybe Harley also, and Bring It Back. Like the 3 list singles leading up to it. Even though like I wasn't huge on any of them at first, they definitely in the process of listening to the album, they definitely act as throwbacks to what I want from Yachty more. And so I guess I don't know, they just conjure a nicer vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe Better. I like Better. I like the feature, I like the beat.
Okay.
Lady in Yellow, definitely.
Yep.
That is like definitely the standout moment. And also maybe Kind of Made of Glass.
Okay.
Even though the lyrics definitely aren't the strong point like they ever are.
Fair enough.
I like everything else about the song.
Okay.
And lowlights, DM Freestyle, All You Had to Say, Moments in Time, X-Men, maybe Running with a Ghost, and FYI. Because FYI is just like so far from being like a hype track, even though that's what it's going for. There's like gunshots on this beat, and it's still just like not very exciting.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. The one thing, in fact, I'd say FYI isn't a low light, just because I do like that it has this kind of watery keyboard sounds, and that kind of had a charm to it. And
there's a contrast of like the gunshots and like the
right
voice.
Yeah. So I'll give that, but the lyric "She's got a Coke figure." What the fuck does that mean? A Coke bottle? She's got big flat feet then. Because a Coke bottle like finishes like long and fat at the bottom.
Like, have you never heard that before?
No.
It's like it's in that boom boom that's
oh.
It's in that as well.
Okay. Well, I don't approve of this metaphor personally. I'm looking at a Coke bottle on Google right now, and I think
you don't need no Coke bottle body to be a classic.
Yeah. I'm looking at a Coke bottle right now, and I don't approve of the metaphor. I'm sorry. Stick to the hourglass. It's a classic for a reason.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, everything else I'd say is a midlight to a highlight, and I'd just like to say, like, I don't hate this album.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Like, there are a few, like, while some songs are kind of forgettable and like just not really what I want. Like, I don't know if I find anything that skippable.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, going through the album, like, there are songs that I can just like have on in the background and forget about.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Nothing really offends me that bad. Like, there's the occasional lyric that is just kind of bad. And there's the occasional just boring song. But no, I don't hate any of it. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Although, on All Around Me,
yep,
those 2 features are poor.
Oh my god, they're so bad.
The first feature sounds like Soulja Boy.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like I thought it sounded like some kind of Nelly revival.
Yeah, like Nelly or Bow.
Yeah, really
Soulja
dodgy.
Boy or some
Yeah,
shit like that. And I know Lil Yachty's like a big fan of Soulja Boy, but
yeah,
maybe that's why you got this guy on it.
Yeah,
but like...
and I'm sorry, YG's bar. Hey yo, I fuck with Lil Yachty. I fuck with Lil Yachty. I don't roll too much broccoli, but I fuck with Lil Yachty.
Oh,
That bar is just so dumb.
it is a bit dumb.
I told Little Boat, get your money and fuck these hotties. It sounds like a joke. It sounds like a parody of, I don't know. He's probably, it must be tongue in cheek. But yeah, I really don't like I really don't like All Around Me. Okay, so scores. Right. So I'll preface my score because I don't just want to come out and say it. But look, for me, this album is an hour and 10 minutes long, 21 songs, and I have 3 highlights. And when I say highlights, I mean I have 3 songs that I will ever listen to again. Like I'm almost positive of that. A lot of this album lyrically really does bug me. In terms of a lot of the rapping, I think is really disposable. I think a lot of the soft moments just are over the top and trying to be too serious. Yeah, I really didn't get very much at all out of this album. Like, for me, I have to say, I think this is it's a very bad album. And because of that, I'm going to give it a high 3.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'm going to give it a high 3. At first I thought it might have been a 4, but the more I listen to it, the more I don't want to listen to it again, so that can't be a good sign. But I'll give him props for, I really do think Lady in Yellow is a good song. Like, I think that's a really good song, so...
I don't know how he got that one so right and the other one's so wrong.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Lady in Yellow, bring it back because of that stupid charm, and Like a Star because it really captured that same energy and got me hyped up, and then I was violently let down by the album. So yeah, I'm not too. Yeah, I feel very disappointed personally. But in the same way, I said when as soon as Little Boat dropped, I said I feel like this is the kind of album for me that could just be a fluke. Like I feel like I can't see Yachty putting out an album definitely as good as this, but also just good or consistent. I just couldn't see it. I feel like it felt like a fluke. Something about it felt like a fluke to me. And for me personally, this has confirmed my suspicions. And I just want to say also, I implore people to go and listen to Migos' album this year, Culture, because that is like how you do this correctly. Like that is like I think that's a pretty good album, and I think it gets a lot of stuff right that this album gets wrong. So shouts to Migos.
I still need to listen to the whole thing. But yeah. For my score, I don't know if I can go as low as a 3.
That's fair. Yeah. Sounds like you enjoy it more than me.
Yeah, I don't love it. I definitely don't love it. 100% don't love it. But I don't hate any of it. And I don't know. I'm not feeling that savage.
That's fair.
I think I'd give it like a baseline 5.
Okay.
Like a low 5.
Yep. Okay.
Because it's definitely not a 6. But I feel like 4 doesn't
represent what you feel.
There's still a kind of baseline pleasure that I get from just listening to Yachty just do anything, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, there's a certain vibe that you just get from hearing him sing and
right, yeah. I feel like even though I'm probably more of a maybe I might listen to more trap in as a whole than you do. You probably are more of a fan of Yachty specifically than I am. You have more like I'd say you're more invested in like his music. Like you've definitely listened to more of him than me because I've barely listened to any of Summer Songs 2, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah. So 5, yeah.
Low 5. It's unfortunate. I was hoping it would be better. It's definitely disappointing.
Thank you for listening. If you guys have listened to Teenage Emotions, what did you think of it? Let us know. Yeah. Like, comment, please subscribe, please share this video, and just keep viewing, man. Just keep watching our videos, and I just, we appreciate every view, every person. Every time that number goes up, we appreciate it. So we'll see you for the next video. Goodbye.